Disney has confirmed that there will be a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm not complaining. Are you complaining? I'm very happy.
I'll take all the Obi-Wan I can get, to be honest.
But the question arises, like, they kind of built this first season as like a standalone series. Obviously, I think they do have some options of how they can continue the story. I do not think Obi-Wan and Vader are ever going to fight again. I just don't. I think it's done. It's capiche. It's whatever. I think Reva could come back. I'd love to see Reva come back as a fallen Inquisitor, right? Like, go back to the light. Have a blue lightsaber. That would be cool. We get a new canon hilt for Reva. I think she doesn't play evil very well. I think she was always a good person. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't want to see any more of Leia, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. I think Obi-Wan needs to stay. Actually, you know what? So he leaves. He leaves Tatooine, right? So he's not going to be overseeing Luke like that anymore.
He didn't leave Tatooine. He just packed up the cave that he was in.
Yeah.
And then got on a camel and walked to a different part of Tatooine. So I wonder if maybe he's just in a different location. But I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably, because I never saw him as a guy who was just like watching over Luke forever. I feel like he was always just in the vicinity. He was like living on Tatooine. So I think there is room for them to go on adventures, for Obi-Wan to go on adventures. Whether it's I don't want to see any more rescues of Leia, but I don't know. Maybe he's just helping the rebellion. Maybe he's meeting Andor. Maybe he's assisting Reva. Maybe he's meeting. I really want him to meet Ahsoka.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you were gonna say it, but it's not meeting her. They grew up. She grew up with him, so
to reunite.
It would almost be like their adventures together. Like he would be a part of the Ahsoka series, maybe. Yeah. The same way that Mandalorian is a part of the Book of Boba Fett, where it's kind of like they've connected at some point, and then now something big, they need help, and so it'll be like this team up episode or something like that. And
then Ewan can show up in the Ahsoka series. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get all kinds of recurring characters from the prequel trilogies to return in some way, shape, or form, whether they were humanoid figures or alien figures.
Well, Ahsoka is gonna be. So I'm pretty sure Ahsoka's. Does that take place? Like, where on the timeline is that? Is that because Ahsoka exists after Return of the Jedi?
Forever. Ahsoka is just alive. So she's still alive. So
like, when's her show gonna be though?
I don't know. We know? I think it's gonna be taking place for Thrawn, which is Rebels, which I don't know about. But that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Because in the Mandalorian episode where she meets them, she fights that master who has the Beskar fighting pole.
Yeah.
They talk about Thrawn, so I think that's what it was of like she's hunting Thrawn.
I think Obi-Wan could meet up with Ahsoka, could meet up with a bunch of Rebels, could meet up with a bunch of Rebels characters. I don't want to see any more Leia. I kind of want to see more Bail Organa. He was kind of awesome. He's like a cool dad.
Yeah,
he's a cool stepdad.
He's like Mufasa, kind of.
Yeah. He's like, okay,
not the stepdad, but like the way that he acts is just like, I'm a cool dad.
Yeah, and he's funny. His mom, like the mom will like be like, you shouldn't do this, and he's like, okay.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see it. But yeah, I think this could go a lot of different ways, and I'd like to see. I think what would quell a lot of fans is a season 2 Obi-Wan where it's just a character story of Obi-Wan. I think we got, and I'm telling you, Java, I think this is why people are upset with Reva, is that it wasn't her. It's not her. It's just like they want a character story about Obi-Wan. We want to get into his psyche. What is bothering him? What is he thinking about? Let's see it. We got the character story for Boba Fett, but I never wanted that. Right? He's a bounty hunter. That should be the action episode, the action show. Obi-Wan, it's a psychological action show. That's what I would want to see. I think we didn't even say it. I think Obi-Wan is going to be in training with Qui-Gon Jinn. That's what it's going to be.
Ooh.
Right? And they can even bring Yoda back because we know Obi-Wan is in connection with Yoda. You know what I'm saying? I think it's ripe. Obi-Wan, we got the action-packed, Obi-Wan season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think is going to be the Jedi arc. right? He goes, he's back with the Force now, right?
The universe is not like any safer because Obi-Wan feels better about himself.
No.
The galaxy, the universe is still so dangerous. There's still Inquisitors. Just because Reva's good and Vader
It's true.
released Obi-Wan from that grief doesn't mean his life isn't in danger, because Darth Vader still wants to kill him. Obviously, we know he lives. So that's one thing. We know they meet again in Rebels. I know that. But it's still a dangerous galaxy. Jedi are still being hunted, like this.
Do you think the Empire is gonna like send probes and droids and units of stormtroopers and Inquisitors to fight Obi-Wan? Because I feel like the Empire doesn't care about Obi-Wan.
Well, the Empire still cares about Jedi. Palpatine knows
who
Obi-Wan is.
That's true.
And also, they don't know that he's on Tatooine because they searched Tatooine and he wasn't there. Yeah. So, I don't think that they're going to send probes and probe droids or whatever there. I think they're still going to be looking for him, and Vader's still going to be looking for him, because now he's back at ground zero of like, well, I know he exists, but I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
So my one thing is that, like, while the episode and the season finished on a good note, like the good guys won, we know that they don't. We know that it's just as the galaxy's in the same place that it was, except Obi-Wan won in a one-on-one fight against Darth Vader. So,
yeah. And maybe that's why it's so important that we do have new characters like Reva, right? We can tell their stories, and that can actually be, there can be twists there. I'm telling you, I really do like Reva. I think it's cool that she's a fallen Padawan. That's cool. Mm-hmm. We've got tons of stories of fallen Jedi or Padawans that have had to survive. You gotta watch Rebels, but like. But it's like that story's been told, but I don't think we've had the story yet where we have a Padawan that fell from Order 66 and survived it, and now decides to take the dark route. But she's back. It's cool.
Maybe Grogu was in that room too.
Yeah, right.
We don't know.
That's how she got healed.
That's the beauty, I think, of Star Wars in general, is that, like, it's a literal universe of like,
it's a universe.
You think about TV shows and movies, and you're like, the scope is kind of limited because of how they created the world. But with Star Wars, it's like anything's possible. They can literally talk about anyone. Dude. And, like, there could be a cameo from a famous character, but there's so much other things going on. But the main storyline's already been drawn out. So how do these other characters kind of bounce off that parallel? You know what I mean?
Yo, okay. Wild prediction for Obi-Wan Season 2, Episode 6 finale. Mace Windu comes back, and then in 2026, there's gonna be a Mace Windu spin-off show on Disney Plus. Subscribe to Dusty Jedi. Thank you guys for watching us. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Remember? Yeah. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.